nobody can focus because it's dirt cheap and super easy to be distracted. Let's plot a graph to understand this. The higher this ease of distraction number, the easier it's for an individual in the society to be distracted. Before 1500, we humans had no way of mass communication, so index was quite low. The swordsmith got bored with making it, so he sleeps, wakes up, and does the work again. Every time, however, he does focus work on the sword. The choices were minimal, so scope of distraction close to nothing. Around the late 15th century, printing press was invented. This led in 1 to 2 centuries huge increase of books and newspapers around the world. However, this was mostly limited to nobles. The first distraction monster came with popularization of television. People got hooked to TV like nothing before. The rich, poor scientists. It charmed everyone. But that, however, doesn't hold a candle in front of internet combined with phones. The attention merchants hired super smart psychologists spending billions of dollars to get you hooked to a rectangular slab. This explosion of distractions has killed our attention span. If we don't like something in first 1 to 2 seconds, then we just move on to next thing. Because there is no end to content. This video is just one of the infinite things you can watch. But have you noticed something? Once we find something interesting, we keep watching it. Attention span is hours here. When it turns boring, only then you stop watching it. So maybe it's not attention span that's low, but the consideration span. We consider whether to give attention to something in mere milliseconds. It's unconscious, especially in social media. Content creators and platforms fight brutally to take your attention, which means they focus on YouTube thumbnails, trailers, Netflix thumbnails, first line of a tweet, and so on. But there is still a problem. Why do we check phone continuously while binging a show? This is the core problem of modern distraction, where focus is not directed to one object for more than a few seconds. We consider many stuff to do at the same time. The brain gets overwhelmed with information and gets tired. Even more worse, many activities end up in open loop. Text not concluded, more reels to watch, one more boss fight remaining, new show to watch. Open loops are disaster because it stays at back of the mind, which compounds distraction. To get out of this self-reinforcing distraction hellhole, we need to tackle the problem at the root. Reduce information intake. A simple way to do that is to get bored voluntarily. People just 50 years back had opportunity to get bored while waiting for Lyft. But now we look at phone or listen to music. There are no free gaps. Gaps are filled with attention merchants' toys. Therefore, free the gaps. Improve focus. There are many ways to achieve boredom. Blocking few hours a day with no phone time, going on a walk every day without any gadget or anything, watching a boring but informative movie with your phone in other room, staring at sky and becoming a philosopher, getting bored at thecooltribe.com. Remember, companies and government spend trillions of dollars to take your attention. It is the most valuable resource of this century. Be frugal in giving it.